Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tati Talks. Thank you for joining us. As I always say, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't done so, I think there's going to be something right here to say subscribe. And if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. You so loyal. You so loyal. So if you saw my other video, you know that we got lots of stuff coming for the Love Month. Is that what people call it? Love Month?
I think so.
Month of February. And today, reading the title, it's going to be about marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say anything to the people?
Not really. We could hop right into it. Let's hop right into it.
Okay, all right.
You want to plug your hat real quick?
Go ahead.
She has hats for sale. Red one, they got the black one. It's fire. You should get yours. It's that splat. They going fast too, so
No, literally,
they're going
I need
fast.
to re-up, so
So get yours while you can.
while you can. All right, so don't mind me. I'm going to be reading from my phone. It's going to be a series of questions. It's going to be very conversational, so that you guys get to learn our experiences when it comes to marriage. Now, disclaimer: what we experience is not going to be what you guys experience. I've seen many influencers say people make marriage seem like this, but it's like, no, we're just speaking from our experiences. So this is just don't take what we say and run with it. It's just
our experience.
Yeah. All right. So why did you get married? Or why did you decide to get married?
Why did I decide to get married?
Not even don't think about me. Not to me, but just the thought of marriage. Why did you decide to get married?
Honestly, I never really even considered marriage before you. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you were the first one that made me consider marriage, because every other relationship I was just nah.
So you're just doing it to do it, just like you were in a relationship just to be in one.
I mean, yeah, because I like that person, but not enough to consider marriage. So yeah, when you came along, because my idea of marriage was so kind of narrow-minded. I always thought marriage was something that old people do, something that people above the age, not old people, but people older than me, that's who marriage is for. I always thought marriage was you get married and then your life kind of pauses and it kind of halts. So I was shying away from it at first, but after really thinking about it, and after you constantly talk to me about it, and you constantly talk to me about it, and you constantly talk to me about it, you made me consider it, and then I was like, maybe it wouldn't be bad after all, and we went for it.
Why did I get married? I have literally been around people. I've always hung around older people, and I've just been around people who were married. So what I saw from them is what I desired, and just having someone to do life with. I hated visiting you and having to fly back home. What was that? So just having to do life with another person. Because if you watch Dragon Tales, and you know the two, it says two heads are better than one. So I just feel like two people are better than one.
That's Bible too.
That's right. But yeah, so just that thought, and I wasn't pressuring you.
I didn't say pressure. I didn't say you pressure me. I didn't say. I said you talked to me about it.
And then you were like, and talk to me.
You encouraged me. You encourage me, and that's the sign of a good woman, encouragement. So I feel like, would you say external, like kind of because you said you saw people around you that were married, and I saw older people around me that were married. So do you think that like your external, like not circumstance, but like the external, kind of influences your idea of marriage?
Definitely. Like, because I saw younger people getting married, I was like, oh, I could do this too. Like, they're getting married and they're still doing whatever they want to do. They're still living their lives.
Yeah, being young.
Yeah, and when we were on the phone one time and you were like, yeah, I'm just trying to get married at like 40.
I ain't say that. I said that?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't be talking to
I mean, no knock to people that are getting married at 40.
It just wasn't for me.
But
I was like,
I just didn't have any
no.
young examples of marriage. Like, I saw my aunties, my uncles. Luckily, I saw like successful marriages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see many failed marriages, so I never had that bad idea of marriage in my mind. I just thought marriage to be something that the old folk do. That's what old folk do. But, yeah, until you came along and you encouraged me.
There you go. Well, you did say that.
I
Actually, you
said
did say that. All right. Moving right along. What's one thing you wish you knew before getting married? Like, after experiencing a year and a half, what's one thing you wish you knew beforehand?
Honestly, one thing I wish I knew before getting married, I don't know if there's. I mean, marriage is such a learning process. Like we're learning each other every day. Every day, like there's something different. There's a new challenge every day. There's a new obstacle every day. So I feel like if I knew something already, like we won't have the chance to like, work on it. Cause I feel like you do need to bump your head a few times to get it right. It's kind of like I feel like I'd rather talk to my older self than my younger self because I don't regret anything I did growing up. And if I would have tried to prevent some stuff from happening, I wouldn't have learned those lessons along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather talk to my older self and be like, yo, what's good, old self? So I feel like with this, like, I wouldn't want to know anything. Like, I'm just taking it one day at a time. Like, I don't really...
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
I feel like it was a cop-out answer, but...
I mean, because
But
I
it's
know
true.
you, that's a good answer. What's one thing I wish I knew before getting married? Honestly, I don't know either.
Yeah.
No, but let me really think about this because I don't want to like copy your answer.
That's a tough one, though.
I don't know.
Because no one can really tell you anything about your marriage.
But there's a book. There's a book that.
To an extent. You kind of can, but you kind of can't. Go ahead.
There's a book that says 10 things I need to know before getting married. I haven't read it yet, but but like there's things to like. For example, like we have marriage counseling for a reason.
Right.
It's to prepare us. So like I guess in a way we're getting to know some things about it.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't know.
we learned enough to prepare us for marriage, but like the real test is the marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Actually going through it.
Yeah, actually doing it. Like no one can prepare you for what marriage is going to be. They can tell you, you got to commit. You got to compromise. You got to communicate all the necessary things. But after that, what are you going to do with the information?
You apply it.
Exactly. So no one can tell you how to apply it. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta do it.
Is marriage what you expected? Oh, sorry. Is being married to me what you expected? Or is being married, period, what you expected? I guess that's like a two-part question.
Okay, so I'll do the marriage in general.
Okay.
Are you nervous?
Yes. I don't know what you about to say.
I mean, it's not going to be nothing crazy. But I'm going to tell the truth.
Yeah. So am I.
Honestly, I didn't have an expectation
Of marriage. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like expectations, you get let down with expectations.
That's true.
like if I expected you to do certain things without communicating it to you, I'm just letting myself down and getting disappointed if you don't live up to my expectations in my head.
Mm.
Say I expected you going into marriage. I was like, okay, I want my wife, my future wife, whoever she is, I want her to be able to cook, clean 7 days a week, you know, cook every meal 3 times a day, you know what I mean? So what's that? What's 7 times 3, 7, 4, 21 meals a week, you know, do all my laundry, clean up after me and her, like, just all these expectations. Like, I could have had those expectations, but, like, because I didn't have any expectations, like, whatever you're bringing to the table, I'm cool with. Because, like, I didn't have any expectations. So that's marriage in general. I don't know if I had any expectations, like, for you personally. I was really expecting you to be like more homesick, I guess. Like that was my main concern, really, because you've been living in Boston your whole life, and here I come after dating for like less than a year. I'm coming and swiping you from your home.
Mm-hmm.
So that my main thing was like, dang, is she gonna be comfortable down here? Is it gonna be too much of a shock? But I feel like you adapted really well.
Yeah.
So that was my expectation, that you were gonna just freak out, but you did well.
My expectation of marriage, honestly, like, I expected it to be extremely challenging and rough.
How so?
For the first 2 years, because that's what
everybody says.
That's what everybody says. Like,
yeah.
First 2 years, don't expect it to be all good and dandy. And like, I feel like we had this conversation like a couple of weeks ago. Like, are we doing this wrong? Like, I mean, it's challenging sometimes, but it ain't rough.
It was. I mean, it's not peaches and cream every day.
But like,
I feel like our good days far outweigh our bad days.
Yeah. So that's what my expectation of marriage was, because like a lot of people, and again, like I said in the beginning, like people were talking to me about their experiences, and I just went in like, ooh, that's what's gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
So shame on me for that. But my expectation of you, I expected jokes and
is that what you got?
goofiness. Yes. Like, I expected just be random moment. Like, I also expected lots of travel, but COVID. I expected to travel the world.
Yeah. Well, I did do that when we were married.
Well, you did that. I wanted to come with.
Yeah.
So
it'll happen.
That's what my expectation was, and so far, I mean, you haven't failed me.
So far. What you mean so far?
It didn't come out right. That didn't come out right.
And I'm not gonna fail you.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
You will, and I will, because we're not perfect.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I feel like the important thing is not to let people's opinion get too in your head about what marriage is.
Yeah.
People were telling me what marriage was too, but like, I was like, that's you.
Yes, that's the
through.
thing. Yeah.
That's what you went through.
But it's also good to hear too, because it's like,
it is. You
don't want to go in there like clouded. Like, you want to hear people's different perspectives on how their experiences, so that you learn and say, okay, I don't want it to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to be the end result.
Mm-hmm.
So you just, as you're hearing and you're getting different experiences from other people, you're able to walk and do things the way you want it to be. Just like in relationships, like my ex did this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want my new man to do. Like, you learn. You live and you learn. And sometimes you live through other people, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It is important to have people to look up to as well.
Yes.
Like, to see how they did it as a role model in a sense.
Because I got 2 people that like
That you look up to, like marriage.
we have a group chat called
Oh
the
yeah,
Wife
yeah.
Club.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Wife Club
yeah.
because if I didn't have them, they saved your life a lot of times.
Thank you, Wife Club.
They saved your life.
He's gonna kill me.
I mean, that wasn't gonna kill you. They saved your life. Because there are challenges in marriage, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And
I say as long. My bad.
No, go as long as go ahead.
I just say as long as your good days outweigh your bad. If you got more bad days than good,
something's gotta give.
Man,
You gotta change something.
reconsider some things, and maybe even do some digging within yourself.
Yeah,
Maybe it's not your spouse. Maybe it's you. It could be you. There's only two people in a marriage.
that's right.
So if it ain't them, I feel like I know who it is.
That's right.
So yeah, I feel like just. But with that, you really gotta put your ego to the side. Like you really gotta be like, dang, it could be me.
So it's important to have people who are neutral. They love both parties, and they just want to see both parties like succeed. And that's really important. One, to just vent to, like, when he gets on my nerves.
You
Literally.
don't have to hide it. We know
Well,
what you're talking about.
I know I'm not hiding it, so you don't try and bite me again.
I ain't gonna bite you.
When he gets.
Not now. All right.
Challenges. There are so many challenges that come with marriage, and for me, it was really important for me. To when I was dating him. Well, what made it really easy was you didn't live in the same state. But what I'm getting at is what was really important for me when it came to dating is to not live with my boyfriend. I don't believe in giving you wife material without a ring on it. Like I ain't gonna live with you. I ain't gonna cook for you. I ain't gonna clean. That's job description of a wife. You ain't promote me yet. So you're not gonna have your cake and eat it too. That's just not me. Like you gotta know your prize like you a prize possession, and you gotta achieve this prize. So, with that being said, we didn't live together, and living together was a challenge. It's kind of still a challenge, really. Just when it comes to like his lifestyle versus my lifestyle, like there's just so much I can get in. Like there's just
We got time.
so much I can just.
We got time.
Let me turn the page here. So, for example, I have a way of cooking, and he has a way of cooking. He was taught one way, and I was taught another way. We properly clean lots of stuff. It's just
properly clean.
I'm not.
See. So
are you listening to hear what I'm saying, or are you getting defensive already?
I'm listening.
You're
See
getting
what you
defensive
said. No, I'm
already.
not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I didn't say you didn't properly clean.
See, I be scrubbing it too. Boiling water. You showed me that.
I showed you that. I showed you that. You see, like, there's just different ways of, we just do things differently. And aside from cooking, like cleaning and it's just so different. Mm-hmm. And when we like cook together, we like argued. Why are you doing it that way?
Sometimes.
Why you put the fire that high? What? It's just.
It'd be funny.
Funny?
It'd be funny.
I'm glad you found it funny.
I think it's funny.
No, it was not fun at all. Like, it's just coming together, so you just gotta find a balance, and it takes a long time, because we still haven't found that balance. I don't feel like.
Yeah, you talking about in the kitchen, or just like?
Just in general. Like,
yeah. I mean, I feel like that's a part of our, I mean, if you do live together, you kind of figure that out. So I feel like living together has its pros and cons. I'm not against people shacking up as long as you know your boundaries. But I feel like living together, you do have that luxury of figuring out how the other person moves. So when you get to marriage, they already know, okay, he does this, she does this. So like that's one thing. I mean, but on the other hand, it's kind of like that takes the surprise out of it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I found stuff out about you that I wouldn't have found out about had we lived together, and I'm glad I'm finding it out now. So it's just kind of a toss up. But I think my thing is with all those differences, I just have to accept that's how you do it.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's how you cook. That's how you clean. I don't do it like that, but that's how you do it, and I got to be okay with that. Sharing a space has never been an issue. I think it's just getting used to how you work, how you move.
Yeah.
And I can't expect for you to change just because you live with me. Like I'm not expecting. I don't think I should expect that from you, because like I mean, for example, we clean differently too. You know what I mean? Like because thing is,
No, go ahead.
I do more of maintenance cleaning, which means I clean like little by little. So if I put something somewhere, I'm gonna get it right then and there, so it don't pile up. Cause I don't like doing big cleaning. I don't like spending more than like 5 minutes cleaning. I don't like doing it. So I'd rather do it little by little every day, so I don't have to do that. Now you, on the other hand, you do it a little differently. It's not a bad thing. You just clean differently. Like you do the long cleaning. Like you wait until stuff needs to be cleaned, and then you clean.
Wait. No.
I can't be mad at how you move because that's how you were either taught to do it or that's how you find it most efficient.
Yeah. I mean. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you have that.
Yeah, and I can't ask you to change because like it still gets done. That's my thing. If it's getting done, cool. Word.
Oh please! You is flexing for the camera. You are flexing for the camera.
I'm not.
You are flexing
I am not.
for the camera.
Who's flexing?
You said if it gets done, cool. Oh!
I mean...
No. You can't change the answer right now. No. This man, no. I be sitting down after a long day at work, sitting down on the couch watching my TV, just relaxing. Babe, you don't remember I asked you to get that?
I don't be doing that. I be doing that.
Or this is my favorite. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. We were I think either we were having breakfast or dinner or whatever, and he goes, we're having a conversation. He goes, I could laugh about this now, but I was mad. He was like, yeah, and like if you need help cleaning the table, then I got you. Backstory: he had asked me to clean the table a couple days ago, and I was like, I'll get to it. I didn't get to it when he wanted me to get to it, but he just said, as long as it gets done, I'm cool. Okay. But he was passive aggressive and was like, oh, I'm gonna help you since you can't do it by yourself. It's basically what you meant. You're a jerk. Okay. That was a jerk move.
Okay, so maybe that's something.
I immediately text the work club. That
was the day I took the tree down too. And you want the tree to be taken down.
Oh, my nerves. Yeah, and I made you do it yourself. You want it done, you do it yourself.
Yeah, I was cool with that. Okay.
Challenges, guys. Challenges.
So maybe that's something I gotta. That's something I gotta work on.
You knew.
But thing is, I want to get to that. I strive to get to the point where I'm cool with you doing it on your own time. But it's hard. It's tough.
So if you don't see me do it, just do it. If you don't see it getting done, just do it. You were like,
You're right.
Why are you flexing for the camera?
You're right.
You big flexing.
I have a hard time with that though. I got a hard time with that.
You can't have a hard time with that, and then you be like, when I do it, you be like, yeah.
I feel like I do that too. Whenever you don't do something, I do it as well. Like yesterday, I put the clothes in the dryer. You didn't ask me to do it. I just went ahead and did it. I'm not asking for that. I'm not asking for that though. I'm not asking for that. I'm just letting you know, like.
Oh Lord!
I do it too, but I just have a hard time with that. I just have a hard time
Praise the
with
Lord.
that.
Praise the Lord. All right, we're gonna hop off these challenges because challenges. Marriage has challenges, and there's moments that we just have to learn from, and that's it. That's all that is. Marriage is a good thing. I see that it's not for everybody. Not a lot of people desire to be married, but if you do desire to be married, just know that it's supposed to be a good thing. You're supposed to be excited to come home to your spouse. You're supposed to be excited to hang out with your spouse. You're supposed to be excited to just do life. There will be hard moments. There will be challenging times. There will be angry moments. But like you said earlier, if it outweighs the bad, if the good outweighs the bad, then you're doing it right. Like you totally are doing it right.
Yeah, and people be talking about, as long as I'm happy. But I feel like you ain't gonna be happy all the time either.
No. And you're not always gonna like your spouse.
But you'll always love him. And if you always try to be happy, then you might as well cut that out right now because you ain't gonna be happy all the time.
Literally, marriage is all about a choice. You choose to love the other person every day.
Every day.
Every day. Like, I chose to be mad at him. But then I also don't let it spill to the next day.
I'm glad I didn't have water in my mouth. It was all over that camera.
I haven't in a while.
You haven't in a while, yeah.
I've only done it like 3 times.
That sounds about right.
There are moments where you let your emotions get the best of you. I do. It's all about a choice. That's why when people are like, what is love? It's a feeling. No, it's a choice. You gotta choose to love. Like, you choose to make it a feeling. That's how I see it. But I hope you guys loved our
love. Hope you love our love.
If you don't like love, then hopefully you watch it and you learn to love because you gotta love yourself. You gotta love others. So, with that being said, peace up.
A-Town down.
Bye, y'all.